have that. Yeah, exactly. Both junglers here sitting in these bushes. And there's a couple ways this could go. I think they want to set up for the dive. I mean, JJ can go in now.
Yeah, JJ and Elk is so low. He's easy pickings. Easy first kill. I mean, that is as sweet as it comes for IG. There's nothing for BLG to do as he watches his bottom lane collapse.
Yeah, I think that was pretty ambitious to wait for Elk and On to get that wave in and try and go for that dive. So JJ ends up punishing that one really nicely. It is going to be 2 kills over to IG, and now the Xin is starting off this fight on a great foot, being able to get that first back. Really nice once he actually gets it done. Him using that ult previously to clear a wave, and this is kind of what happens. And it makes Rumble okay in that 1v2. Right now, again, Elk's presence here bot lane, and the fact that Gala and Mako before the spawn of the Grubs I think is important. It does give BLG an opportunity to maybe fight for it if they want to early on, especially with JJ being forced to blow his flash.
Yeah, that has been sprinting all the way from base over to just try and make some impact because he knows that wave state is in such a treacherous spot. And he's getting some serious value. Called out. JJ burns the flash to get away from him. He gets an ult trade out of the Shy. He was trying to clear out the way for the dive that won't materialize in time. Peichuan does grab the dragon. But all the while, BLG are overloaded towards his bot side. They are giving Gala prime real estate.
5 members. All 5 of them were there in the bottom lane, but it was a good response from IG to make sure, like you said it, the dive doesn't actually materialize. And that time spent, it does give BLG again an opportunity. I mean, Peichuan can go straight towards those grubs. Doesn't even necessarily have to commit for all of them. Get one, deny all 3 from going down, or just pick up as many as you can. And BLG will actually be coming out pretty nicely in the objective game this early game.
The Shy's going to TP back bot, so signaling they're not going to full fight over these grubs. Like you called out, first one goes down before JJ spots out the rest of the take. Rookie going to swing over, but his 2 grubs already picked up for Peichuan. He has the keeper's verdict. He's going to expertly. Is that on the ward? Hits the keeper's verdict. Minion. He's going to start the dive. I mean, they do backbin off the turret, but here comes the response. The Shy is going to be the target. He's trying to get pretty slippery, but the Tangle Bar root landed through for On and made the Pop Blossom so easy. Elk grabs that kill. Rookie's TP just a bit too late. So BLG get the first kill on the board at a critical time.
And that's right, and Rookie's kind of TPing to nothing here. In fact, he's going to have to back away as well. Going to give up the opportunity for Peichuan to be able to take away more jungle camps. Elk and On going to be able to get full use. I need to hold that.
Spirit Rush on a Knight, so gets 2 charges out, but Peichuan's here for the turn. Charm going to go wide, though, from Knight. So JJ gets around it. Try and slam him into the wall is Peichuan, but JJ has to burn the flash. He's going to try and go back for his camps. Peichuan is there once again. This time it's the Crescent Guard. He goes for the Xin Sec, but here's the keeper's verdict. On flashing forward into the Crescent Guard. Gets the Tango Barb down. Rookie has the hijack Spirit Rush if he wants to go for the trade, but there's no members of IG over on this side of the map. Mako and Gala are too late on the rotate. Let's see if IG still want this fight. They have no business being in this jungle, and Mako ends up paying the price.
Yeah, and I was just about to praise IG for how they neutralized and minimized a lot of the early aggressive plays BLG wanted, because it's important for them to be able to do it.
The Shy's cooking. He gets around the entire equalizer. He's got the bigger health bar. Gets another big chunk of damage, but top lane chicken, no kills.
Yeah, again, wanted to praise IG. I think they spent a lot of this early game minimizing BLG's impact, which is important for them because they want to keep the game on, taking advantage of the, I was going to say new Nico, but it's really just not new anymore. It's been around for like a year. Those minion plays or something IG are going to have to be very cognizant of. There's 2 teams who play against Nico. And it's teams who press tab and teams who don't.
Teams that can count and teams that don't.
That's right.
Rift Herald. The next play here for BLG. Remember, with the red side advantage, they really should never be 50-50s. Keeper's verdict also is a big factor, but the ult's going to whiff. Nonetheless, they pick up the Rift Herald. Can Peichuan get the eye? Yes, he does. Rookie on the back end of the flank. Gets a huge hijack Pop Blossom, but once again, IG are separated on the fight. The Shy flies in with the Between Worlds. They knock down the Callista, but Bin is going crazy with the Flame Spinner. The Shy able to limp away alive, and Gala going to clean up. Knight goes down, and IG don't get the Herald, but they get a whole lot of gold. 4 for 2 on the fight win.
Yeah, that has got to feel great, especially with Gala sitting on those double buffs right now. He's going to be able to get more gold, as you got to imagine that tier 1 turret.
You can see how important that is to them. They TP Knight down from the top side, and they're looking for angles in. Here comes the Fate's Call. Thought I heard the channel. Nonetheless, it's Peichuan flying in first. Doesn't get the knock up into the wall. They get the charm onto JJ, though. He's got to pop the Crescent Guard to make sure none of that Callista coveted Drake.
Yeah, I mean, no Xin ult. You get a very low chance now. of winning that fight. I think they're going to take the Drake, and I do look like they want to play for that fight after, but ooh, again.
Oh, but the charm from Knight. JJ does not have Crescent Guard to protect him from this Ari damage. Got the Rend in store for Elk if he wants to make sure that there's no 50-50. It's really hard for JJ to even try and risk this Dragon, so it goes down and Owen flies in with the two-man Pop Blossom. The Shy is stun locked, falls down first, and that's all the BLG need. They fate call Owen back out to safety. Flawless execution. 24 minutes coming up pretty soon. And again, not a bad thing, just sort of
different.
An unusual spot to be in nonetheless. This is what we're a bit more accustomed to, is two junglers scrapping it out and maybe kicking a fight off the back end of that as Gala gets claimed by a Tangle Barb. Owen has been, well, on it with this Nico. Nonetheless, getting cleansed out. Rookie, excuse me, in the 1 versus 2 does not get the Keeper's Verdict off the hijack, and Bejuan returns him to sender, uses the real hammer to throw up for the kill, and Knight grabs it.
Yeah, you can see the posturing here. Elk and Owen are walking down. They're going to secure vision. I think they're in a good spot to actually just go ahead and start the Otacon. They do enough damage. Again, their ability to secure objectives with the Rend Smite is so potent here. So they do have the run of this one if they want to. But even if they don't, they're just knocking down turrets on both sides of the map here. And BLG, they're winning big.
It's just impossible for IG to respond right now. They can't walk up to that Otacon. Somebody has to match Bin, who does have teleport if the fight breaks out. Every exit is covered from BLG right now.
Yeah, it's tough. The problem...
Ults waves at the perfect time. Soaks up a ton of pressure, gets that top tier 1 turret, forces Rookie to respond all the way to this wave, and while it didn't get the Otacon the first time round, it has those lasting effects, and now the Otacon picked up for free. You know things are going good. You're getting good eats when you get Otacon with 0 response, but what, a top lane tier 1 turret? They don't even get this mid tier 1. They have the teleports to cover it.
Yeah, I like this one, so they don't even give up too much in the process, and now they want to fight.
Oh, Knight, good charm timing as JJ goes in. Crescent Guard drop it on. Fates call out. Nearly dies, plays his health bar to the absolute edge. Does sacrifice the mid-tier 1 turret. It feels like when Owen goes back in, and I spoke too soon. Elk has to be careful trying to play around those bubbles as Gullet drops the culling. Good use of the clone from Owen once more. It continues to be so slippery on this Nico, and BLG don't give anything up.
Yeah, and look what's happening here. Because of this commitment to IG to take down, or from IG to take down this turret, they lose control of the map yet again. A big wave was under that bot tier 2 turret. They lost a lot of it. I mean, top wave is still in a really difficult position for IG to be dealing with. And because of this overcommitment, they get nothing from it. They basically cede control of the entire map. Because now...
Oh, and Bejuan, he's hunting. Went a little too far forward, but another clutch charm comes across. JJ has no Crescent Guard, no Xin Zhao ultimate. That's the jungler for IG down with Chem Tech Soul Drake up.
That's it. Soul's taken. There's really no contest to be had here. I don't even know why IG are even bothering to posture. They want to get front row movie seats to watch the Dragon Soul go through, I suppose. But at the end of it, no trade for IG, no response to be had. They just lose out on pretty much every level. They might lose a little bit more. Wow.
This is the BLG I know and love. They're going for the throat. On with the two-man Pop Blossom. Gala didn't even get to move for a whole 5 seconds. 2 kills just like that. BLG are hunted for more.
Yeah, IG, they have to run with their tail between their legs as this game is really starting to fall apart for them. BLG, they're sitting on that 4K gold lead. Again, full map control in their favor as IG can barely step outside of their base. And it's just more resources being taken away. The jungle difference in terms of farm continues to grow in favor of Bejuan. And you can see that it's just so easy for him to take away resources. A rookie, he has to be careful. He can't get into any...
That is a whole lot
That's
more.
jungle diff, baby.
Yeah, that is jungle diff by definition. For BLG, where you're at this point, you could just really go through the motions. This is a spot where we really want to see BLG not like try and overforce fights. I know they're very far ahead, but you have Chemtech Soul, you have side lane control constantly.
Yeah.
Just wait for your Baron window or IG gambling.
It's right
try and
now.
make sure you don't take it. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, the setup is perfect. Again, this has just been the map state. IG really haven't been able to respond in any capacity. And now they kind of have a decision. Do we try and contest this Baron? Do we all in on the person in the mid lane? And again, the vision is good. Bejuan can hit the ultimate, but I still think they can play for this one.
They have the Ren Smite, remember. There should be no world where JJ can get away with this steal. He's going to fly in. The tidal wave comes across. He gets close, but still, Beitwan secures it. Meanwhile, Gala gets booted out of the fight at about 40% HP, and that leaves the Shy to his lonesome. He's going to use the Between Worlds to try and dash out, but guess who calculated exactly for it? It's Beitwan and On, who meet him on the other side of his portal. Down goes the Equalizer, and here comes Billy Gaming with complete vengeance and no regard for Gala and IG. This is clinical.
It really has been from BLG. What a great look for them. And again, you got to give some credit to Invictus Gaming for how they played out the early game, how they tried to keep things slow. But Billy, as soon as they got a little bit of control, they ran away with this game. And IG have just not been able to respond. And the map play, the objective setup from BLG has just been too good. And it's gotten them this absurd gold lead that we're looking at right now at almost 10,000.
This is such... So you do get 2 ults for a surviving Nami. Small win, nonetheless. Oh, Rookie.
It's about to... I was going to say, maybe a small loss incoming, but Rookie's able to walk away from this one. But yeah, to your point, too, about this return to form for BLG. It really has been a nice look for them, especially here today. If they're able to keep that up, this is a team where you really got to look at them for title contention as you actually win the LPL here in Split 2.
Here's the final stand for IG at their inhibitor turret, hijack, pop blossom, just to hold Beitwan at bay. Look at the line of Ganon minions just set up right here, just firing along on that turret that if it drops, BLG are going to full send it and maybe just wallet dip this one. Owen goes for a bit of an aggressive play out of the Shy. Luckily, he's got the Fate's Call to hold him in place. Crescent Guard, another defensive ult dropped by JJ's. The Equalizer comes through. Turret is down. JJ has no way out but to go forward. In flies Beitwan. They've got Knight coming across as well. Clutch Charm landed from Knight. He picks out the Shy from the fray, and that will do it. 30 minutes of near dominance from BLG to kick themselves off to a 1-0 series lead.
We're going to have a little fun with this one. Maybe Bully Mako in the base, but what a great opener here for BLG. Again, no room for placements moving, but BLG, they're here to style.
And maybe most importantly, they are looking to come into their playoff spot in about a week's time, if not a little bit more.